It's been like 2 weeks without any work at the building site. We took 4 days off to go on vacation. Actually, we came back and it continued raining, so I couldn't actually work much at the building site. So I spent most of the time inside the cabin editing videos and working on the computer on different things. Finally, the sun is out and I'm able to resume the build. I left everything covered so the rain wouldn't get inside the sunken living room, and thanks that I put that tarp on top, we don't have any water now, I hope. Right before leaving, I removed all the forms of the interior face of the walls, but I left the exterior forms mainly because I didn't have time to remove them, and also because I wanted to keep the humidity as long as possible while the wall cures. It's been almost 28 days, which is perfect timing for me to resume the work with this concrete. Also, I needed to wait this time because the next task that we need to do is to waterproof the exterior of the sunken living room, and in order to do that, it's recommended to have the concrete completely cured and dry. It's better just to wait a little bit and not rush it and have the concrete completely dry before you waterproof. And you know, things pan out this way and actually worked really well. We are rested from the trip, and also I got some work done at the computer. I was able to put a few videos out for you guys. Now, with my body rested and my mind bright, I'm able to continue working. This is a mess, by the way. I left it like this after the pour of the last slab. I was very tired, so I just threw everything here inside, and now I am facing my own lack of organization. It's either I organize it now or it's gonna haunt me for the next couple of weeks. I keep all my camera gear now in this box so I can keep the lenses and the filters out of the dusty environment. It's been a game changer. Now every time that I need a new filter or a new lens, I just come here and they're dust free and ready to go. Instead of earlier, I had the lenses and the filters all around, and they were always dusty and like with wood and just overall dust from the building site. So also it's very sturdy, so if it falls, it won't break, I hope. Unfortunately, water got in, and we have like a couple of fingers of water. I think I'm gonna leave it like that, and maybe later in the afternoon Eugenia can come and help me remove all the water, because if I start doing it now, first of all I'm gonna get all wet, and second of all I will waste a couple of hours of work. So I'm just gonna stick on working on the outside and leave this with water. And actually it says that in 7-8 days or so there is gonna be a lot of rain, like 24 liters per square meter. You know, eventually it's gonna get flooded again. I need to remove all these forms on the outside. This is a tremendous amount of work, and the only way to get it done is to start. It's gonna go screw by screw, not think much, put the music on, and just enjoy a day out because if I start thinking on how many screws I need to remove, I probably just go lay on the couch. First one was tricky, so this is gonna be fun. She's gonna try to take all. I don't think there is a chance you get all that water out. Probably like, oh no, 50 buckets like that. This tool keeps stopping, I don't know why, man. So annoying, cannot get anything done today. Ah! There was a moment where the tarp flew away for like, I would say 30 minutes while I was trying to get the tarp back in, and I think that's when all this water going.
In 30 minutes?
It was raining so much, you don't remember? I wasn't filming because the camera was in the cabin and I just came. I came from running, no?
The roads were flooded.
Yeah, the roads were flooded. The whole village was flooded. I mean, we were not because we are like high up, but all the village down there are like a few houses, like maybe 3-4 houses, and they were all flooded. Not the house, but the roads around them. This is looking good. This is looking very good. And the last piece. Imagine this like this. You can see Eugenia already in the living room, right? By the way, all this wall here is gonna be a fixed window, so it's gonna be like a huge 3 by 320 or so window. Breaking bad habits is very hard, but there is a great and innovative way to break them. And I'm not talking about some crazy weird routine that I just read on the internet. I'm talking about Fume, today's video sponsor, and they look at the problem in a very different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong, so instead of a drastic change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavor air device that does just that. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, fume uses flavored air, and instead of harmful chemicals, fume uses all natural delicious flavors. Fume replaces all the bad for only good things. It's a habit that you are free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. It fills the void in a natural, guilt-free way. It comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful for de-stressing while breaking your habit. Mine came with a base, which was recently launched. It's a weighted stand to rest your fume on when not in use, with a magnet inside that keeps your fume attached, and the device can be spun around it, which is very pleasant. It is much more flavorful than what I was expecting, and it feels very fresh. You can select a wider range of flavors. I like them all very much, and it's hard for me to pick one, but if I have to keep only one, it will be the crisp mint. Stopping is something that we all put off because it's really hard, but switching to fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 150,000 customers, and they have thousands of success stories, and there is no reason why that can be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up your journey pack today. Head to tryfume.com/modern or scan the QR code that I'm gonna be leaving over here and use my code MODERN to get 10% off when you get your journey pack today. That's tryfum.com and code MODERN to get an additional 10% off on your order today. Alright guys, this is the next day, and today I need to remove all these caps that are on the outside, and then I'm gonna try removing, at least try, not so sure if it's gonna work to be honest, but at least try to remove the pipe that is inside before I seal the holes on the outside. If I cannot remove the entire pipe, then I will just try to cut off the first couple of inches so I can seal the hole before covering it. Not too sure, to be honest, how to do this because they are very stuck. Actually, one of the caps that I just tried to remove was extremely tight inside. Some of them are removed very easily, as you can see, but some others are very stuck. Not really, but just one. But still, the pipe that is inside looks like it's gonna be very hard to remove. I only have one option, to be honest. I bought yesterday a drill bit for my big demolition hammer drill, which is SDS Plus. The drill bit is the diameter of this cylinder, and the idea is to hammer it out, which, as I'm saying right now, sounds like something is not going to work. But I'm gonna try. If that doesn't work, I will try to slowly drill at least the first portion of it, so I have exposed concrete to actually seal, because if I seal over this pipe, I'm concerned that water might find its way in between the PVC pipe and the concrete. Again, this is extra work. I don't think nobody does this. Maybe they do, but maybe just covering the hole and then waterproofing over it's enough. But since I have the time, and I also need to experiment for the inside, because the inside 100% I don't want to see the pipes, so I need to find a way to drill it. I'm gonna try on the outside. If something bad happens, if I break the concrete or something, it's not a big deal because all this is going to be covered up to here. So let's try. You can see the PVC pipe in there, and the idea is to push it that way and take it off, which I am almost sure that it's not going to work. So the next idea is to drill with this guy the first inch, the first couple of centimeters and a half or so. So I have exposed concrete to seal. Let's see how it works. I'm going to start by testing on this one, which is not inside the living room. So if I mess it up, at least it's somewhere that won't be seen at all. Again, I don't know if this is going to work. By the way, this demolition hammer drill has 2 points, or however this is called. One is for regular drills that you can just close and then use a normal bit, and the other one, which is the SDS Plus, which is like a special profile that the bits have. You just change it like this. And it also has 3 options. One is drilling, another one is drilling with hammer, and the other one is only hammer, which is very interesting one, which is when you hit it, it only goes in and out. It doesn't rotate. I'm gonna try with that one first and see if it works. Here you can see I have it set in hammer mode, and then that will be drilling and hammering this way. And that one will be just rotating. So if I press the button, it rotates, and if I put it to only hammer, it only pushes that way. Using SDS Plus, you just need to slide it in. There you go, and it's set. You don't need to do anything else. Definitely didn't work. It just went in. So I'm gonna try both things. Let's see, man. Let's fucking see. Nah, this is not working. That was a happy thought. That actually works. Only drilling. And I remove a good portion of plastic. I would say 3 centimeters. That was easy. Let's try again. That works, but now I'm realizing that there's no way I'm gonna do it down there. So I'm gonna do what I can fit, and what I cannot do, I just leave it like this. Alright, another change of plans. I did forget that I had these caps, but I thought this option was a little bit better. And now thinking, I think it's gonna be better if I just close the hole with the cap without drilling anything, and just put the cap in there. That way this is absolutely sealed. And now I will patch over this hole with mortar and then seal the whole thing like a flat surface. I think that's the best way to do this, at least in my case, because I don't have access here to drill anything because it's just too narrow. And even here is a little bit wider, but the other sections are much narrower, so might be able to slide the cap in there with not much issues. They are super tight, so they're hard to put. There you go, man. It's getting trickier and trickier as I get to this point because space is too small and I cannot even fit the hammer. I think this is the hardest one, so if I'm able to put it, it might take me a while, but I won't stop. I came for a wheelbarrow to carry some material that I need to go down, but unfortunately it's busy. it says mix 6.63 liters of water for this bag. 60.63. Who has that at the building site? I consider myself that I have a lot of tools, but just have a bucket, man. This is bullshit, man. Alright, so we're doing it by eye because first of all I'm not using the whole bag, I think, and second of all I cannot measure 0.63 liters unless I bring Eugenia's kitchen weight. It's the first time that I use one of these bags, as you can tell. Then this looks good. Alright guys, it's the next day again. Been waiting for it to dry since yesterday. This is all dry now, and we're ready to prime the walls on the outside before putting the waterproofing membrane. We're gonna prime it with an asphaltic primer, which is just asphaltic paint. I think I'm gonna do 2 coats. This is a specific construction detail that is used for walls that are gonna be inside the ground. Hopefully it works well. I think hopefully it's easy to do. The waterproofing membrane that I picked is self-adhesive, so I will not need to burn anything in order to apply it. I picked that because, as you can see, there are some locations over here that is going to be very complicated to access. So accessing it with a flamethrower, or however that tool is called in English, wasn't very easy. Like that corner, for example, is almost impossible. I would have burned the geotextile and made a mess. So I decided to go with a self-adhesive one. Also, we're gonna be putting a drain membrane on the outside, and then the XPS, and then gravel. So the whole thing is gonna be against the wall. Let's go. algo así. Y he dicho arriba.
Hay que cortarla arriba.
Ya, más o menos. Lo presiona pillado. Ya la acabas de quitar. Originally, when I bought this waterproofing membrane, I bought it to be self-adhesive, and that's what I saw in all the videos and explanations from the brand, that it's just a piece that you remove the film, protective film that it has in the back, and then stick it together. And now when I received it yesterday, when I looked at it, I saw that it had a band that wasn't self-adhesive, that is actually that you need to heat up with a flame. And then I read the most updated manual, and they changed this material, so it's self-adhesive, and also you need to heat up a portion, which is very inconvenient.
Makes the installation way more complicated.
Because then it stacks.
Because, yeah.
It gets, ideally you push the center and then spread it out to the sides. But it is what it is.
Okay.
Luckily I had this flamethrower and Eugenia has her proper tool.
We need something for the middle.
You see, this is a very high-end building site. I don't need to heat it up much because the other layer is actually self-adhesive. But just putting it like it's shiny, I guess, because they don't explain that either. But sigue arrastrándolo para abajo.
¿Y por qué funciona? ¿Que no?
Oh no, está pegado. Ah, está bueno, está bueno. You attach the middle, center, vertically, and now you come to the side. Eugenia is using a very high-end tool. Very high-end tool. Alright, this was beautiful, man.
Perfecto.
Qué perfecto. Woo! 100% perfect. Right guys, we just finished placing this temporarily with tapes. Normally you nail it to the wall, but I don't want to make any perforations to the waterproofing membrane, so I just place it there with tape, and then we put a drain pipe all around the perimeter. We were not able to put it here because it's too narrow. That's how life is. We're just not gonna do it there. I think it's fine anyways. And we also put another geotextile here because the one that we had in first place is already rotten from the sun. Eugenia is gonna come with a volunteer and put gravel, and while I place this insulation here. This insulation is so we insulate this wall, which is the wall inside the living room. Perfecto. Alright guys, it's been 3 epic days of work with Eugenia, straight to fill this up and to insulate it. The whole thing is now filled with gravel and all the steps that I shown in the videos: insulation, waterproofing membrane, and then this drainage membrane with a felt. Normally you will put this pointy thing facing in, and I was surprised that the felt was glued to the pointy thing, because normally the felt is facing towards the ground that you want to separate, and when I opened it I saw that the felt was glued to the felt, and the pointy part normally face towards the waterproofing membrane, so it made no sense to me, because, you know, I wanted to separate the ground and also drain the waterproofing membrane. And then I went in this brand website. I thought that I got a bad batch, but no, I went to the website of this brand, looked for this material, and that's exactly how you need to do it. If you are separating ground from the wall, like it's like a underground wall like this one, then the pointy things are facing towards the ground and the felt is facing towards the ground, so it separates all whatever clay soil ends up going there. It doesn't end up going through the felt will stop it. That's basically what it does, the felt, and the drainage membrane will let the water go through easily through the insulation. Very excited about it. Now after all this, we need to move towards finishing the slab over there, all this floor, and I think I'm gonna cut the next one up to here. This is where the kitchen is, so it's gonna be a big one. I'm not too sure. I need to think whether to cut it also here, because regardless of if I stop it there or not, we will need to cut it. So maybe I just form the whole thing and then just put a piece of wood here, pour that section first, and then a couple of days later remove this wood and pour these sections. So prepare the whole thing for being poured in 2 different days, but the whole thing will be prepared already. Let me know what you guys think. What should we do? I mean, knowing that these smaller sections were so complicated. By the way, they look good, man, in the camera. They're starting to look whitish and whitish, as you can see. It's getting drier and drier. A lot of spots that are dark still, but eventually they will fade out. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Should we just stick to a smaller slab, which is, you know, will be all this section all the way to the wall, and then do the kitchen alone in like 2-3 days later? That's where we are debating, Eugenia and I. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the good comments. Appreciate you guys very much, and we'll see you very soon.
¿A qué tiene? ¿Un rato? Se tiene un ratón ahí. ¿Lolita? Ah, no, que son sus uñas. Pues venga, a ti no te dejan pisar, tío.